Hello again, this is Michael Wojcik with your Our Town Legislative Rundown. Clearly, the big news this week has been the back and forth between the Mayo Clinic and the state legislature in terms of a couple of proposed pieces of legislation. And to quote legendary anchorman Ron Burgundy, that escalated quickly. What we have is a couple of pieces of proposed legislation that would affect staffing levels for nurses and also the creation of a board that would have some ability to monitor and oversee price increases in healthcare. And the clinic has expressed they are strongly opposed, so much so that they spoke of potentially pulling $4 billion of future investment out of the state of Minnesota. Now, as a Rochester person, we certainly hope that cooler heads prevail. And having been through this a few times myself in the legislative arena, I can tell you that the Mayo Clinic has done a tremendous amount for the city of Rochester, and almost as much as the city of Rochester has done in helping to build the reputation and prestige of the Mayo Clinic. We certainly do better with each other. I'm from a place that didn't have a strong economy. We didn't have that 800-pound gorilla in the room, and I can assure you it is not a good situation if we cannot find ways to work together on these issues. Now, much of the discussion going on around these issues has taken place outside of public purview, so we don't necessarily know the whole history or story behind this. But what I wanted to focus on is that approximately $4.4 billion number that was mentioned, because that is actually close to twice what the Mayo contribution was as part of DMC. So we're talking about fairly substantial investment that goes well beyond what's already been discussed, and we don't know what form that might take. Turning now to some milestones that happened this week, it does appear that there are votes there for paid family leave to be put in place in the state of Minnesota. This will be through the combination of some initial one-time startup money, employer and employee contributions, and provides up to 12 weeks of leave. Additionally, a major $1 billion housing package passed. Now, this involves some one-time money as well, and there are provisions in there for all aspects of housing in Minnesota, including potentially addressing a high-rise building in Rochester that doesn't have sprinklers currently. Additionally, the higher education package appears to include a provision called the North Star Promise, and what this will do is allow kids and families earning under $80,000 in their household to have free tuition in the state of Minnesota, overcoming a major financial barrier for some. And finally, again, relying on some one-time money, a major package to address lead pipes in the state of Minnesota has passed. Now, this is also going to unlock a tremendous number of federal funds and deals with issues around maybe 100,000 places where we have lead pipes still in the state of Minnesota. So clearly there is a lot going on, and we didn't even get to transportation, taxes, or what roadway you might want to drive your little red Corvette on. This has been Michael Wojcik with your Our Town Legislative Rundown.